to the standoff, the yellow fruit is raised. Brain is looking terrified, completely dazed. I have the serotonin, heart aggressively screams. I control the dopamine and all the stupid dreams. A Mexican standoff inside my own head over a message that I never should have read. My brain holds a cup of coffee, shaking in its hand, while heart makes a completely unreasonable demand. No cap, this is a hostile takeover. The reign of the logic is officially over. A little funk in the standoff, a battle of the mind, leaving all the rational thinking far behind. Oh, the potassium threat, a fruity little gun. Heart is out here having way too much fun. That's playing hostage, funky little crime. We're ignoring the logic for the 100th time. Catchy as a hold up, trippy as a fear. The brain has surrendered, the message is clear. Put the logic in the bag, heart says with a sneer. Operating strictly on our impulses this year. Brain tries to negotiate, throwing out a stat. Heart cocks the banana like a certified brat. I don't care about the future, I care about the vibe. The craziest member of the anatomical tribe. It's an armed robbery of my common sense. The tension in the body is incredibly intense. No cap, this is a hostile takeover. The reign of the logic is officially over. A little funk in the standoff, a battle of the mind, leaving all the rational thinking far behind. Oh, the potassium threat, a fruity little gun. Heart is out here having way too much fun. Balance held hostage, funky little crowd. We're ignoring the logic for the 100th time. Catchy as a hold up, trippy as a fear. The brain has surrendered, the message is clear. Don't shoot! I'll do whatever you want. Just put the fruit down. The subway is my runway, the sidewalk is my stage. I'm writing a romance on a blank, imaginary page. Brain says you look crazy, please stop staring at the rain. Heart says shh, I'm masking my cinematic pain. Dropping my umbrella just to see who picks it up. Drinking main character juice from a plastic cup. It's highly romantic, it's completely absurd, but the heart is the director and it gets the final word. Light armor activated, logic is defied. We're going on a deeply delusional ride. It's a Hollywood movie mixed with K-pop flair, with wind machines blowing through my imaginary air. Oh, main character syndrome shining so bright. Brain is exhausted, giving up the fight. Had a disco, funky little scene. Living my life on a silver screen. Catchy as a montage, trippy as a script. My grip on reality has completely slipped. Cue the soundtrack, dim the lights. I'm fighting my invisible dramatic Cut. That was perfect. Let's take it from the top. The timeline is red, the layers are stacked. My editing software is under attack. The progress bar reaches a beautiful peak, and then the screen freezes, refusing to speak. At 99%, the system shuts down, but you won't see me wearing a tragic little frown. I look at the error, it's a colorful sight, a vibrant little pop-up in the middle of the night. A charismatic editor sipping on my tea, saying wow, the computer's just as tired as me. Oh, render me happy, I'm forcing a smile. I'll just stare at the wall for a little while and then call it a glitch. Funky little scream, the most peaceful disaster that I've ever seen. Catchy as a crash, trippy as a spark. I'm perfectly fine sitting here in the dark. The client is waiting, the deadline is near, but my aura is glowing, my conscience is clear. I'll a gentle little tap. Maybe I'll just take a 20-minute nap. The universe is saying I need to take a break. And who am I to argue with the choices that it makes? A flippant survivor of the digital age, turning my panic into a beautiful stage. Oh, render me happy, I'm forcing a smile. I'll just stare at the wall for a little while. Come on, pal, and glitch, funky little scream, the most peaceful disaster that I've ever seen. My cortex sent a message, please go to sleep. Heart replied with a meme and a promise it won't keep. Brain is double texting, we have work at 8. Heart is swiping right on a terrible day. Left on red by my own anatomy. Living in a state of pure absurdity. The frontal lobe is typing, but the screen goes black. Heart is in the driver's seat and never looking back. Heart changes status to do not disturb. Keep the rational thinking right to the curb. A charismatic phantom in the anatomical shell, taking the elevator straight to hell. Oh, ghosting the cortex, muting the facts, ignoring the data, deleting the tracks. We're running on vibes, 0% battery, falling for the absolute cheapest of flattery. Trippy as a late night, funky as a mood. Heart is in control and the logic is screwed. At 2 a.m. the logic goes to airplane mode. Heart is cruising down a very dangerous road, sending out a paragraph of deep emotional text, leaving the receiver completely perplexed. Brain sends an emergency notification ping. Heart deletes the app and doesn't feel a thing. A total disconnect in the human machine. The most ridiculous drama that I've ever seen. Heart changes status to do not disturb. Kick the rational thinking right to the curb. A charismatic phantom in the anatomical shell, taking the elevator straight to hell. Oh, ghosting the cortex, muting the facts, ignoring the data, deleting the tracks. We're running on vibes
phone. Who dis? Oh wait, it's just my brain block.
Savings account is a beautiful joke, but I'm walking around like a rich kind of folk. I need to pay rent, I need to buy food, but a nice brown coffee will fix up my mood. Sitting at the corner, watching the street, ignoring the chaos with a rhythm so sweet. Financial advisors are crying right now, but I'm wiping the imaginary sweat from my brow. A charismatic spender of the final few dimes, living my best life in these trying times. Oh, the iced coffee delusion, a liquid gold dream, floating away on a caffeinated stream. Yellow budget, funky little sip. I'm taking my serotonin on a wonderful trip. Catchy as an ice cube, trippy as a bean. The most financially reckless that I've ever been. They say I should cook, they say I should save, but I'm surfing a very optimistic wave. This plastic cup is holding my sanity tight, making the blurry reality look bright. It's not just a drink, it's a potion of peace, making the voices of the adulthood cease. Brain is tracking expensive, looking at the wide. Heart is looking at the stars up in the sky, craving that skinship, wanting to hold a hand, while brain is busy trying to manage the brand. It's a dual-core processor, completely out of sync, living on the edge of the psychological brink. We sit across the table in iced Americano juice, trying to find a way to let the tension loose. Brain says we need a solid emergency fund. Heart says I want a romantic diamond, a charismatic battle, a daily little war between what we need and what we're wishing for. Skinship and spreadsheets balancing the act. Fiction is colliding with the heavy, boring fact. Nail on the data, funky little touch. I think I'm loving this chaos way too much. Mellow as a whisper, flipping as a shrug. Sometimes you need the logic, sometimes you need a hug. The coffee cups are clinking, a temporary peace. The arguments and fighting momentarily cease. Brain shows a pie chart of emotional health. Heart says kinship is my ultimate wealth. A beautiful compromise in the middle of the day, letting both the organs have a little bit to say. We'll pay the electric bill and then we'll go and flirt. Nobody has to lose and nobody gets hurt. Brain says we need a solid emergency fund. Heart says I want a romantic diamond, a charismatic battle, a daily little war between what we need and what we're wishing for. Skinship and spreadsheets balancing the act. Fiction is colliding with the heavy, boring fact. Hell, you learn the data, funky little touch. I think I'm loving this chaos way too much. Mellow as a whisper, flippant as a shrug. Sometimes you need the logic, sometimes you need a hug. Harmony in the chaos, a beautiful design. The spreadsheets and the skinship are doing perfectly fine.
Okay, fine. We'll do the taxes, then we'll text some deal.
Best regards, I hope this finds you well. I'm sending this message from a cubicle hell. Attached is a file of my vanishing youth, along with the highly sugar-coated truth. Ooh, you asked me a question I answered last week. My patience pretending that I actually genuinely care. Per my last email, oh, polite way to fight. Smiling in the day, crying in the night. Oh, loving jargon in a psychedelic flow. Smiling at a screen with the radioactive glow. Country as a CC, trippy as a thread. I'm a corporate ghost, beautifully dead. Let's circle back later, let's touch base at noon. I'd rather be launched to the dark side of the moon. Synergize the workflow, optimize the pay. I'm losing the remaining little cells in my brain. But my font is aerial, professional in me. While I'm dying softly in my ergonomic seat. If you need any further assistance, please let me know. I'm planning to jump out of the office window. Just kidding, of course, I'll be right here all day. Watching my 20s slowly fading away. A flippant reply, a passive aggressive kiss. I'm finding myself in this corporate abyss. Oh, per my last email, oh, polite way to fight. Smiling in the day, crying in the night. Oh, knowledge jargon in a psychedelic flow. Smiling at a screen with the radioactive glow. The notifications are ringing like a terrible bell. Welcome to the modern day digital hell. The boss wants a meeting, the client wants a call, but I'm staring blankly at the living room wall. I walk to the router, I look at the light, and I gently unplug it to end the fight. No internet connection, no problems to solve. Watching the panic completely dissolve. A charismatic ghost hope the silence is sweet. I'm tapping my slippers to a phantom beat. They're probably screaming in the digital chat, but I'm busy petting my imaginary hat. I'm officially missing, I'm off the grid, acting like a happy and irresponsible kid. When the sun goes down, or maybe I'll just leave this digital town. I'm guarding my aura with an iron gate and leaving my duties to the hands of fate. A flippant survivor of the hyper-connected age, writing my own rules on a brand new page. Oh, error 404, stress not found. I am floating inches above the ground. No, not gonna disconnect. Funky little move. I'm slipping right into a magical groove. So no, the Wi-Fi is down. What a tragedy. The world is a mess, the system is flawed, but I'm standing here feeling totally odd. My shoelaces untied, my phone is on 1%. I don't even know where my energy went, but the playlist is firing a psychedelic funk, and I'm a highly positive emotional punk. I'll wipe away a tear and replace with a grin. I'm fighting a battle that I'm going to win. A charismatic dancer in the middle of the street, turning my panic into a wonderful beat. Oh, smile through the glitch, keep it so chill. Swallow in the chaos like a sugary pill. Narrow down a rhythm, funky little sway, laughing as the troubles wash completely away. Catchy as a heartbeat, trippy as a light. Everything is gonna be perfectly alright. I trip on the stairs, I do a little bow. I'm mastering the art of the here and the now. The pressure is heavy, but I am so light. A glowing balloon in the dark of the night. I'm forcing a laugh till the laugh becomes real, changing the way that I'm supposed to feel.
joke, a magnificent play. I'm chasing the shadows and the monsters away. For caught for good, but the smile is so wide. I've got the magical rhythm right on my side. I flip and surrender to the joy of the song, proving the negative